Crowsworn just had a massive wave of new info, including updates from the dev team Mongoose Rodeo on Kickstarter, along with their own live stream, a playable demo available for backers who funded the demo tier, and even a new trailer showing off some new enemies, bosses, attacks, and areas we haven't seen before. Crowsworn, of course, is the Hollow Knight-like indie Metroidvania that had a ridiculously successful Kickstarter just over 2 years ago. And it's no secret the game is heavily inspired by Hollow Knight, and even has Leth Griffin working with the team on the game's marketing campaign. In case you didn't know Leth, he has worked with Team Cherry on the marketing side for both Hollow Knight and Silksong. Team Cherry has also seemed to give their blessing on the Crowsworn Kickstarter themselves. And due to the incredible support by the over 19,000 backers, which led to the team securing over $1 million in funding, far exceeding their expectations, Mongoose Rodeo is working hard to make Crowsworn far bigger than they initially imagined. They acknowledged this as the main reason for the long delays since their original targeted release date of December 2023 has long since passed, and a new release date still continues to remain unknown. But for now, let's go over what new things we got to see with their latest trailer, demo, and dev stream. By the way, I'll be covering this game more in the future, so subscribe if you don't want to miss that, but let's get into the details. The trailer shows off a bit more of what we've already seen from the team's content posts on Twitter and Kickstarter, but with some new boss encounters we have yet to see. The game's stunning animations, speedy and combo-like attacks heavily inspired by Bloodborne and Devil May Cry, and its jaw-dropping cinematics are on full display in this trailer. Some more new areas not previously featured in the trailers get some attention. Grafting mechanic we've already known about also gets shown off a little bit more in this trailer, with what appears to be 6 collectible heads. And the shop, as of now, appears to sell materials like ore, health shards, and monster parts. A slew of never-before-seen enemies make an appearance, with at least 3 appearing to be new boss encounters, 2 of which are featured in the demo. This top hat wearing and large pistol to overcompensate for something wielding fellow gets the most airtime here, and it looks to be a very rhythmically focused fight. We also get a look at one of the ultimate attacks, the Corvian Punch, which is a very Captain Falcon-inspired attack previously shown in a screenshot in a Kickstarter update. These attacks will feature short, flashy animated cutscenes triggered by overcharging your malice meter, though you can also turn off the cutscene if you get sick of it or are looking to speedrun the game. Moving on to the demo, it's already received a lot of praise from backers, with the combat feeling tight and responsive, and the overall demo is just a terrific showcase of the kind of quality that can be expected in the full game. On top of this, some aspects of the game's systems are finally playable. The demo features its own optional collectibles like some monster parts for grafting, which is essentially Crowsworn's unique take on Hollow Knight's charm system. And there's also mithril ore to collect, which is likely used for weapon upgrades, and there's a few other items to find. It features its healing system that requires you to kill enemies to refill your flask, though the devs indicated this system might not be exactly how it works in the full game. The new playable mini-boss and boss fights look pretty tough as well, and we get to see a sweet new death animated cutscene. Still feels pretty bad to die though. And there's this cutscene too. Oh god, is this good? Is this good? Because it looks pretty bad. Yay, it's good. And what's really cool about all of this, the demo itself was its own exclusively designed content not featured in the full game. Some of it was built with cut content, and some of it was designed specifically for the demo so it feels more intentional and more Metroidvania-like, with secrets, ability progression, maps, NPCs to interact with, and bosses. Creating a unique demo was done as the team believed it to be a better experience overall, but it came with some added benefits. For one, it allowed them to better avoid spoiling certain elements of the game, and it gave them the freedom to create a more exponentially growing challenge scale compared to the full game. This gave backers a taste of some of the game's harder challenges and provides the devs with an early public playtest to gauge how backers feel about the difficulty as it is now. The full game has a more linear difficulty scale and is intended to feature selectable difficulty options upon release, but the demo represents the base difficulty the team is currently going for. But with that said, the game is already looking to be quite challenging, with an earlier demo featuring a notoriously challenging boss fight that took many backers quite a bit of time to conquer, and the devs seem to experience some of their own challenges during their live stream of this boss fight featured in the demo. Okay, let's talk about the live dev stream, as there was a ton of interesting bits of new info revealed, and they even answered some questions from fans. They revealed the demo's healing system isn't quite the same as how it will work in the full game. It was left unsaid how it will differ, but they seemingly have it implemented already, so they want to keep this a mystery for now. They spoke of a notorious boss fight from the previous demo, which was originally crafted specifically for an OTK gaming expo, and made intentionally hard to make it more entertaining to watch Asmongold struggle. The demo was released to backers as it felt unfair to the team to not let them experience it for themselves. The team also talked about Crowcart, which came together in the team's downtime. Crowcart is planned to be a fully free game, but as part of a Kickstarter reward, backers have already received access to the dev build of the game. While the game's Steam page states that there is more than 30 bosses featured in the full game, I suspect it's grown to a number that has already far exceeded this. In a January Kickstarter update, the team noted there is a ridiculous number of boss battles. Call me crazy, but this sounds like they've added way more bosses than they initially anticipated. While release dates for both Crowsworn and Silksong are still a mystery, it's almost a certainty that these two highly anticipated Metroidvanias are not going to be released anywhere close together, with Leth working with both teams. I suspect a minimum of 6 months between them to give each room to breathe and stand on their own, but it could very well be a much larger gap, since Team Cherry was aiming to release Silksong within the first half of 2023. Now this is all entirely my own opinion, but to me it seems like Mongoose Rodeo will remain comfortable taking their time to polish this game, and I suspect it will be at least another year until we hear a release date, with it being sometime in 2025 being the most likely case. But either way, this game is looking better and better, and the positive impressions from backers has only gotten me more excited for this game. But that's all I have for now. Let me know in the comments when you think we'll see Crowsworn release, subscribe for more indie gaming news and previews like this one, and like the video to help support the channel. I'm Colonel Dupes, and I'll catch you in the next one.